Welcome to this episode of What's Happening in Waupaca. We are talking with Dominic Friendrup, who is the Assistant Director of the Waupaca Area Public Library. Welcome to the show, Dom.
Good morning, thank you.
It's good to see you. I actually know you outside of this, so it was kind of fun to see your face, and it's kind of nice to have you on the show.
Well, I've never been on TV before, so we'll see how this goes.
I won't pick on you too much. I
Oh,
promise.
you can, that's fine.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Now, how long have you been the Assistant Director at the library?
Oh, the Assistant Director since '09, I think, but I've worked here since 2001.
Wow. So it must be a good job, lots of fun. I would think that helping people would be the most fun of the job at the library.
There is no other fun at the library except for helping people out.
Like me, that goes in there and says, can you please help me find this book?
And I say, absolutely, let's go find it.
There you go. And I appreciate people like you. We are going to talk today, we're coming up on the summer, and you guys always, at least that I know of, every year have summer reading programs. This year, though, I think they have been expanded, correct, to include adults and teenagers, not just kids?
Yeah, we expanded them a couple years ago, but this year we're consolidating them a little bit, so the way that people earn prizes is pretty much the same across the board. Makes it a little bit easier.
Okay, so let's talk about the adult reading program first. Tell me about it. Tell me how that works, and what kind of prizes I can get.
Prizes, because we'll start with the important part first, is
absolutely.
always the free books. So we have little punch cards. So when somebody comes in to register for our summer reading program this year, some people say, well, I'm going to try to read a book a week, or I'm going to try to read 15 minutes a day for my kids, or whatever their particular goal is. Some people can't read. Audio books count. They're like, oh, I'm going to read 3 books in my car as I'm driving back and forth to work this week. I'm like, oh, well, that sounds great. We'll write it down as a goal. And every time you meet your goal, you get a little punch on your card. At the end of the punches, I think there's 10 on here or 12 on here, then you can turn it in and you can get a free book.
Let me see one of those. These are kind of fun. You can look at this so I can carry a fun little punch card. Now, do I get my pick books, or do you guys have specific?
You can pick whichever book you want. There's going to be a prize table full of books, and you can pick whichever one you want.
And I get free books at the end of it if I've done it right.
Every time you fill out a punch card, you get a free book, and you're going to get up to 4 punch cards over the course of the summer. So if you're really ambitious, you can get 4 books.
So when does this start?
It's going to start the first week of June.
Okay, and it starts at the same time for all 3 age groups, correct?
Yep, starts at the same time. It's going to run all the way through the end of August, so we have for 3 months. The adults are going to get a punch card, the teens get a punch card, the children, kids that want to read, they'll all get a punch card. They'll all be different colors, but they'll have the same opportunity for prizes.
So if we talk about teens, I actually must look like a teenager because I got the teen punch card
Oh,
here.
yeah, it looks great.
Oh, yeah. Is it the same kind of thing where a teenager would come in with a reading goal for the summertime and they get a punch? Does it work exactly the same?
Yeah, it works almost identical.
Really cool, because sometimes it's hard to get teenagers. I would think, especially in today's society, that it's hard to get teenagers to actually pick up a book because they're so accustomed to computers. When I was a teenager, computers hadn't been invented yet. I mean, we certainly didn't have one. Home computers weren't around. And so I did read a lot, but I could see where that would be different today for teens. Do you find that?
Depends upon the teenager. Some kids would like to read ebooks, or some still do audio. I mean, my son, for example, will put an audiobook in his iPod and he'll listen to that when he's walking around town. I mean, really just depends upon the teenager and what they want to do. There's always the homework assignment for high schools to make sure kids keep reading over the summer, and the children's department wants to make sure that kids read all summer long so they don't forget that they know how to read over the course of the summer. I mean, It's like practice.
Sure.
You stop doing it and you forget.
Absolutely. I used to say that my grammar, I had school grammar and then I had summer grammar, because it really does kind of fall off. So with the kids reading program, what are the ages for that?
Up to high school. So anybody through the end of middle school is welcome to participate in the children's reading program. For example, we have the punch cards. So, but if you're an adult and you say, well, I really want to read to my kids, this is my reading goal, is to read to my children this year, and you can kind of double up on your punch card and say, well, if your kid is child is too young to read, then their punch cards can get filled up because you're reading to them. And how awesome is that?
Absolutely.
So then that gives your children an opportunity to win a picture book or whatever, and hopefully you'll be able to help them read, See Spot Run or watch Harold and the Purple Crayon or whatever.
Absolutely. Do they have, for the kids or the children's, do they have the same point system?
The same point system,
do?
yep. And they'll get points for coming to events and that kind of thing. There's going to be fun things in the exhibit room this year too, as part of children's summer reading. They're going to do like a marble wall, and they're going to do like inside croquet, and there's going to be a bunch of different stuff again.
I'll tell you what, if you guys have not taken the time to visit the exhibit room, it is a phenomenal room, and you guys do phenomenal exhibits there all throughout the year. There's just terrific things going on there, so you want to take a few minutes just to go downstairs and check that out. So what are the points good for? Are the points then good for free books?
The points are good for free books. We want people to read. We're giving away books.
Beautiful. What a great program to just kind of instill, because you could do it as a complete family. You know,
absolutely.
As a parent, whether I have teenagers or kids or all three of us, could really work on it together, and then we can set aside time every day to do our reading.
One of the parents I had come in said, well, we've turned off the TV and we all sit down, we read for an hour, we all hit our reading goal, or so the older kids read to the younger kids, so their points are good because they're reading, and the younger kids' points are good because they're getting read to. So it works out really good. Everybody can make points at the same time and, sit outside and have a great time. Absolutely,
and thank you from me to the library for incorporating family time into a summer reading program. I don't think it gets any better than that.
It doesn't get any better. Sitting outside on the beach, y'all are reading, or kids are playing, they get tired. Have a couple minutes to, delve into your Clive Cussler or Lorelei Miller. And
oh yeah, Clive Cussler's good. I like his books. So does my husband. They're favorite of my husband's. Dom, thank you so much for being here today. Really enjoyed sitting down and talking with you. Make sure that you get in, because everybody, including me, can get into the summer. And that would be, I don't read anywhere near as much as I used to, so this might be a good program for me to get involved with this summer as well. So thanks again, and we'll see you again someday, I'm sure.
I'm always at the library. Stop by anytime.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of What's Happening in Waupaca. We will see you next week. It is always great to be at the Humane Society with Monica Gardner. Welcome today.
Hello.
You have in your arms a massive cat.
Yes, this is Seamus O'Leary. He came in as a stray, I think, maybe 2 weeks ago. And he's quite large, as you can see. This is not all hair. I'd say he weighs almost 20 pounds.
Which is almost the size of my Buster at home, who weighs probably 25 pounds. Big cat. How's his personality?
He is very sweet, as you can see.
He's quite the lover. Likes to hang out in your arms. Mm-hmm. So do you have any idea how old he is?
I would guess, I haven't looked at his teeth, but I would guess he's a middle-aged cat, not real old, not real young. Seems to be very sweet and well-behaved. And he's managing to keep his coat in decent condition, so he's not, he's not too old. Usually older cats will get a little bit lazy about that.
So this is kind of nice, because one of the things that you do here at the Humane Society is you figure out whether they get along with dogs, whether they get along with other cats, to help fit them into a house. Do you know anything about that with him?
He has not been here very long, so we have not started doing all that stuff with him yet. But he will be seeing the vet this week, and we'll get him cleared for adoption, and then we start, doing the various testing.
But right now he's sweet, and he looks like a lap cat, and he looks like that's where he would like to be, is on my lap when I'm sitting in a recliner. So he's great for somebody that just wants some companionship and a lot of love, but not necessarily a ton of energy. Middle age, they slow down. Yeah, really. He is super into love. And they love ear rubs so much, don't you?
Yes.
He actually is a beautiful cat. So thanks, Monica, for being here today and introducing, what's his name again?
Seamus O'Leary.
Seamus O'Leary. It's just the cat name you need in your home. So again, fill out an application. You can do it right online at the HSWC website, and you can bring home a wonderful character like Seamus O'Leary. Thanks, Monica, for being here.
you.
We'll see you again.